Hey English learners, have you ever felt that spark just disappear? One day you're excited to learn English and the next day you just don't want to study English anymore. Maybe you're feeling bored with your English lessons, tired of not seeing progress, or you've simply lost motivation for learning English. If that sounds like you, trust me, you're not alone. This is a super common English learning struggle. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly why you can lose your motivation for learning English. And more importantly, share 5 powerful strategies you can use to get that motivation back, boost your English confidence, and enjoy your learning journey again. Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel English with SpeakaYou. My name is Tania. I help English learners like you overcome challenges and speak English fluently. If you are ready to transform your English learning, make sure you stick around. So, what exactly is this motivation we talk about? Especially when it comes to English learning motivation. Simply put, it's a driving force. The why behind your efforts to study and master your English. And this drive can come from 2 places. We have intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation, or inner fire for English, is when you learn English because you genuinely enjoy this process. You're curious, you love the sounds of the English language, or you dream of connecting with people from different cultures, understanding English movies without subtitles, or traveling the world with ease. This is powerful. Now, extrinsic motivation or external English goals is the type of motivation which comes from outside rewards, like needing to pass an English exam, IELTS or TOEFL, getting a better job that requires English, or needing English for academic purposes. These are also strong drivers. And when you first start your English learning journey, the excitement is usually high. But over time, it's natural for this initial English motivation to dip. Understanding this is the first step to overcoming it. But why do so many English language learners lose motivation? It's rarely just one thing. Let's look at some common culprits that can sabotage your English study motivation. First of all, unclear goals in English. If your goal is just learn English, it's too big and undefined. Without specific, measurable goals for your English learning, it's easy to get lost and lose direction. The next one is English study burnout. Are you pushing yourself too hard with English grammar drills or endless vocabulary lists without taking breaks? English learning burnout is real, leading to exhaustion and a total lack of desire to study. The next one is the perfectionism trap in English. Many English learners want to speak English perfectly from day one. But when you inevitably make mistakes, which are a normal part of learning English, you feel discouraged. This fear of imperfection kills English speaking confidence and motivation. Feeling overwhelmed by English. Let's be honest. Learning English can seem like a mountain to climb. So much vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation. Thinking about it all at once leads to overwhelm, a major motivation killer for English learners. Next then, perceived slow progress in English. Learning a language, especially English, takes time and consistent effort. If you expect to become fluent in English quickly and don't see immediate results, it's easy to feel like you're not improving, which drains your motivation. And comparison with other English learners. Scrolling through social media and seeing others seemingly master English faster, comparing your English progress to others, is a surefire way to feel inadequate and lose heart. Well, understanding a little bit about your brain can help you stay motivated to learn English. When we achieve something, even a small English learning win, our brain releases dopamine, a chemical that makes us feel good and encourages us to repeat this behavior. But if your English learning feels like a constant struggle or progress feels invisible, you don't get those dopamine hits. This can lead to a negative feedback loop or setback cycle for English learners. You make a mistake learning English or you don't understand an English lesson, you feel discouraged and your English confidence drops. You reduce your English study or avoid practicing. Your English skills don't improve, reinforcing the feeling of failure. We need to break this cycle to regain English learning motivation. All right, we've talked about the why. Now for the how. Here are my top 5 actionable tips to help you get your English learning motivation back on track and build unstoppable English speaking confidence. First tip is you need to reconnect your deepest why for learning English. This is foundational for long-term English motivation. Ask yourself, why did I really start learning English? Was it to connect with family abroad? To get a dream job? To travel independently? To understand your favorite English songs or TV shows without subtitles? Write down your core reasons. Make them visible on your desk, as your phone wallpaper. When your motivation for English study dips, this why will be your anchor. For example, my why for learning Spanish is to understand Spanish songs. Whenever I feel like giving up, I turn on a Spanish song, try to sing along and dance. Now in the comments, write what's your powerful why for English. Tip number 2 is set smart, small English learning goals. Big value goals like become fluent in English are overwhelming. Instead, break it down into SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, this week I will learn 10 English phrases for travel and use them in 3 sentences each. Or today I will practice my English listening skills for 20 minutes by watching a short news clip. Or this month I will master the use of the present perfect simple tense in English conversation. Achieving these smaller, specific English learning goals creates a sense of accomplishments and builds momentum. This is key for staying motivated with English. For example, instead of I want to improve my English speaking skills, a SMART goal is I will join one 30-minute English conversation group on Wednesday this week and try to speak at least 5 times. See the difference? It's clear and actionable. Next, make your English learning fun and relevant to you. If your English study routine feels like a chore, no wonder you're losing motivation. The secret to enjoyable English learning is to incorporate your interests. Love movies? Watch them in English with English subtitles. Love music? Learn English lyrics and sing along. Love gaming? Play online games that require English communication. Love cooking? Watch English cooking tutorials. When you make English learning fun, it stops feeling like work, and your motivation will naturally increase. For example, if you find grammar books boring, and many do, try learning grammar through interactive apps, YouTube videos from engaging teachers, or by noticing patterns in English shows you enjoy. Next is track your English progress and celebrate every small win. It's so easy to forget how far you've come. Keep an English learning journal or use an app to track your progress. Note down new English words and phrases you learned, an English conversation you had, an English article you understood, a grammar point you finally grasped. When you look back, you'll see your improvement, which is a huge English motivation booster. And celebrate those wins, no matter how small. Finish the challenging English lesson? Treat yourself. This reinforces positive English learning habits. Tip number 5, and embrace mistakes as English learning tools and prioritize rest. This is crucial for your English confidence. Mistakes are not failures. They are essential steps in your English learning journey. Every successful English speaker has made thousands of them. View each mistake as an opportunity to learn and refine your English. And equally important, take regular breaks. Avoid English learning burnout by scheduling rest. Your brain needs time to process new information. A tired brain can't learn effectively and will resist studying. For example, you can say, I still make mistakes when speaking other languages, and that's okay. I learn from them. And I know if I study English grammar 3 hours straight, I'll achieve less than if I study for 1 hour, take a break, and then study again. Balance is key to sustainable English motivation. So there you have it. A clear understanding of why you might use motivation for learning English, and more importantly, 5 concrete strategies to get it back, boost your English confidence, and find joy in your learning journey again. Remember, feeling unmotivated is a temporary state, not a permanent reflection of your ability to learn English. You are capable. You are making progress, and your English learning path is unique. Don't give up. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Do you have another secret weapon of staying motivated while learning English? Share your thoughts and your best English motivation tips in the comments below. Let's create a supportive community of English learners. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Like, share, and subscribe.